Hello guys and welcome. Hi Vicky, you know what I'm going to be talking about because we discussed it. But it is good to see you. Oh, Arlene and Shelly. Guys, you're coming in so fast. I'm sorry, I'm missing names. Renee. I don't know if that's Robin. It is good to see you guys. And Arlene, Jersey girl in Arizona, did her first scope today. Such fun. It is a scoping evening, Kirsten. I really loved yours with your high schooler. I was looking up improv books. I loved some of those ideas. Hi, Renee. So hello, everyone. All right, I'm gonna sit. It is good to see you all. I have 3 quick little things tonight. First, an introduction, because yes, Christina mentioned I am always good about remembering to introduce myself. I don't always have my note card, but I do usually try to remember to tell you who I am, though most of us know each other. Hello, Twilight Mama. Carol popped in. Okay, there's Christina in time for the introduction. I am Mary Wilson. I am a homeschool mom of 4. They are 13-year-old girl, 11-year-old girl, 9-year-old boy, and 6-year-old boy. And my blog and Facebook page for my blog is Not Before 7. Oh, that's right, Carol. My husband just came home. And from the football games. He's giving the boys a bath, and then he's heading back to the neighbors. Oh, I hope you will scope. I hope you will scope. You can go right after me. I'll be pretty quick. Okay, so first I'm going to give a public service announcement. A lot of you are new scopers, and I want to talk a little bit about the bots and the inappropriate accounts that follow you and keeping up with that. Because I'm noticing that a lot of my followers are not cleaning out their followers. And here's the deal. Pornographic and inappropriate accounts can follow you and you don't get a notification. So a lot of people don't realize that that is going on because you're not notified that they're following you. So every now and then you need to go to your followers list and you need to look at it. And typically if there are some inappropriate people, they will be at the top. Yeah, I'm seeing. So I thought I'd go over this. So I occasionally, these are my followers, I make sure they all look pretty good. And I'm going to show you some of the stuff to look for. This is actually my husband's account. And I sometimes look at the people when I'm trying to decide if I'll let someone follow me. I look at their followers. I look for these ones that are letters, symbols that I do not recognize. And typically I'm going to block that. Not because necessarily they're up to no good, but I really, if we don't speak the same language, no need to follow. And when I look, and I look at their followers, these are all very inappropriate. So here is how you block someone. When you're here on their screen, hit this little tool and hit block user. And then they are blocked. And that's it. So check your list, typically at the top, but they can hide anywhere. Look for that have websites in them. Now, some people have websites in them just because it's their website, but typically they'll be like, come visit me, and it'll have a website, and just block them. I have like 300 and some people. I think I have more people blocked than I have followers. So there's just a lot out there. Yeah, good. I thought I would give a little just quick announcement. Just check your followers list. And I occasionally check the followers of my followers and block people. Just because people will invite followers, and I don't know how the bot thing works. I don't think they're real people. I don't think they would show up on your scope. They're just trying to get business to their accounts, and I just don't want to be a part of that. So that was the PSA. Now I have a funny story, and I need to try to remember it again. Oh, here we go. So I was out with my neighbor, and homeschool moms on Periscope will get this. And we just went to Dunkin' Donuts with the kids today because we've been housebound with the snow. And she was asking about Periscope because my phone was tweeting and I silenced it. And oh my gosh, 300. And I was describing to her why I liked Periscope. And I said, well, as a homeschool mom, I'm really enjoying people sharing the books that they're reading. It just gives me, I sit there with my library page open and I request books, and she's just staring at me, completely baffled. And she starts laughing and she's like, wow, homeschooling really is just full time. It never leaves you, does it? And I just had to laugh, and I knew you all would understand. And I said, No, it doesn't. But I love it. I love learning with my kids. I love reading great literature. And I guess that's part of what makes it a 24-hour job. It is who we are. But I said to my husband later, I said, I must look really crazy and baffling to people outside of the homeschooling world because who would do that? Who would sit on Periscope and look at children's books and request them for hours every week? I don't know. All of us, that too. So I just thought that was really funny. And I know you all understand. Okay, so for my topic tonight, I just thought this was an interesting issue that came up in my house, especially because last week, those of us, I know, seriously, Kirsten, those of us who were doing the Brave Scopes Challenge were all sharing about how to raise global citizens. And the way I did it is one of my first suggestions was to be a global citizen yourself and to live that in front of your children. And then beyond that, there were a lot of other suggestions. So I was really excited today because my friend Vicky, who is another brave writing mama who lives here in Raleigh, she is on this scope right now, Tacky Family. And she sent me a note saying that her and her girls just finished reading I Am Malala. I think that's how you say it. It's about the young girl who I think is about 12, and she won the Nobel Peace Prize for her work for women in her country. And I've been dying to read it. Well, Vicky's niece had gone to Pakistan, and she's having a little Pakistani themed dinner party to let this woman come over and talk about her experience there. So I'm thinking, what an amazing opportunity for my 13-year-old. She invited us both. I've been wanting to read that book. And so I thought, I'm going to grab the book. We're going to read it together and we can go to Vicky's house and this is all part of being a global citizen. We can hear about someone's firsthand experience in Pakistan. We can read about this girl. This will be awesome. And I look at the calendar and one of our homeschool groups has just a social event that night. And I start thinking, if I give my daughter the choice, I'm fairly certain she is going to pick the game night. A lot of her friends are going to be there. It's just fun, and she's 13. And I started sharing with my husband my dilemma going on in my head is, as her mom, I think this experience hearing from this woman who went to Pakistan is just going to be an amazing experience. That doesn't happen all the time. And I'm so excited about it that I want her to be excited about it. And I want her to choose that. But I don't think she's going to choose it. And so what is my dilemma? Do I give her the choice? Do I tell her, I really want you to go to this? And sadly, she's a people pleaser. And I think she'd just do what I tell her. So I was kind of faced with a problem. I said to my husband, I think I'm going to give her the choice. I think I know what she's going to choose. And I'm going to be okay with that. She is 13. And when I was 13, I was not about being a global citizen. I was about being a social middle schooler. And I just want to be able to give her the choice to do what she wants and to rest with that. So then I started thinking, but this is what my first piece of advice was. So I immediately emailed Vicky, was to live it out. And I said, this is a great idea. She's read it with her daughters and her daughters will be there. I said, but can I come alone without my girls if they're not able to, if they're not interested? And of course, Vicky's amazing and awesome and said, of course, definitely come alone. And I thought, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go by myself. I'm going to give my daughter my thoughts on it and let her choose. And then I'm going to be content to go by myself and talk about it afterward with her, to share my passion, what I learn with her. Because one thing I don't want to do is to embitter her in any way against these kinds of experiences where she gets mad that, I didn't get to have any fun. My mom just dragged me to these things and I didn't want to go. I thought, no, maybe the seed that I get to plant is the one where she sees my passion and she can look back one day when she's in her 20s and 30s and think, yeah, my mom was really passionate about this. I remember one night when she went and heard this woman from Pakistan talk. teach and talk about her experiences. And so I just thought I'd share that because I think sometimes we're discussing these issues that are great in theory of what we want our kids to be passionate about, what we would want to give them as opportunities, but then in the realities of her 13-year-old life is that that's just not where she is yet. And I have to respect and understand who she is. And sometimes it's hard because some of her friends would choose the option to go hear the girl who had gone to Pakistan speak. And it can be really tempting to want our kids to be someone that they're not. And I think that was just what I was thinking about today. Yeah, Vicki, to let her ignite her own interests and to support her in those. But yet, I really appreciate Vicki, who is commenting there, that I can continue to ignite my interest in front of her, though. I'm going to pass on game night with our homeschool group and explain to my kids why and say this is just something that mommy's really interested in. Though I'm still going to read her the I Love Malala. Thanks, Robin. I feel like, we all need to be honest about when the rubber meets the road, how we can let our kids be who they are becoming. So I'm still going to read the book with her and show her the documentary because I've been wanting to do that anyway. And then allow her to choose, and Vicki has said that, I can let her know a little bit later, closer to the date, if Kaylee can make it, and say to her, now that we've read this, is it something you'd like to go here, or are you good? And do it with no guilt. It's hard with her, though, because she really is the child that says to me, what do you think I should do? What do you think I should do? And I want to be able to give her my opinion, but not make her feel pressured to have to follow it. For her to understand, I'm really good with either way. So, I hope so, Renee. And even if she's not, I just hope she sees passion and me following it. And when she feels passionate, she follows it, whatever it is. For me, it always has been for years now, modern day slavery and women's issues and human trafficking. And my kids have seen me do the march in DC and read books, but I want them to find what they're passionate about. So yeah, just kind of playing that role model, but not forcing it. So that was just a struggle for me though, because I so want to say, go to this. But I need to let her choose. I need to back up and let her choose. Yeah, they sometimes do feel the weight of that. And I want to gently tell her that, yeah, I think this is a great experience, but I also think game night is a great experience. So I'm good with either. So thank you, Vicki. Thank you for being that supportive friend too, to say, yeah, come without your girls, even though yours will be there. I can just be the mom invading the party. Thanks, Shelly. So I guess that was it. I just thought it was a really timely thing to share since we just spent this week sharing all these really lofty suggestions of raising these global citizens, but getting down to the point where we realize that sometimes our hopes and our plans and the things we would want our kids to do, we have to weigh in with who our children are and where they are and continue to just live that life ourselves. So that's all. Well, it was fun seeing you all. I know so many more of you have been jumping into the Brave scoping world, so I hope you will continue to do so. I have kind of a busy week. We'll see if I can hop on. We have a book club Friday night, and I definitely will scope. I am hosting this time, Anne of Green Gables, so I will let you know what it looks like. And thanks, Robin. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and all the hearts and snowflakes. I'm hoping they'll have another fun hashtag soon so we can get something else going. I wonder if they'll do it for Valentine's Day. Maybe they'll do something other than hearts, like Cupids or something. All right, guys, I will see you all again, and have a wonderful evening.